How you doing? Yes, I'm here. I've had a really, really bad day. You have no idea. So hopefully we'll get some folks back, because otherwise I'm just gonna be talking to myself for a little bit. Oh, thank goodness. Yes, I am back. Jimmy Farrell, thanks for coming back. I don't want to touch anything here on the desk. And thank you for coming back, Jimmy and Tommy. At least I have the two guys I knew was going to be here. Hopefully, I'll get some more back. I'll go into the thing later on. Get rid of that little one that doesn't really count. So again, I got enough stuff to do that I can't worry about the stupid, extra monitoring. I can't do it. It's a pain. Hey, Ed, thanks for coming in, brother. Thanks for coming in. We had technical difficulties, Ed. So I bumped the little we call it USB port. So the camera went off. So I tried to get it back on and other things. So I said screw it. I said screw it over on Facebook. I'm not worried about Facebook. I got enough going on. So again, we finished the bottom line up there. Chris Donnan, thanks for coming. Yeah, Chris, again, apologies there. Again, I asked this, and you guys know this. You all see the show. Every sports fan knows at least two sports fans. Get the word out. I'm getting the word out as I can. What about them Dodgers? I had the MLB standings up, Ed, and I will do it again. Yeah, it's not technology. It's me having big, fat fingers. So let's see if I can. I had MLB up. I was saying that my Phillies are the best team in baseball. They actually should be undefeated. But I'm going to the standings because I was goaded into it. And let's see here. The Dodgers, okay, well, they're tied for the second best team. No, actually, wow. The Brewers actually are 6-1 too. So I would put them percentage-wise, they're actually the best team in baseball, the Brewers. They're going to be a tough out. Dodgers are 5-2, as are the local Tampa Bay Rays, I should say that. The first place Tampa Bay Rays, I should say that. Oh, the Mariners are 7-1, but they've also played those 3 games over in Japan. So we'll see. But there's a lot of things. I mean, at the end of the first week, I like what I'm seeing with the Phillies. I like what I'm seeing with the Rays. And it's going to be entertaining. The Dodgers, there are a lot of Dodger fans out there. We'll see what's going on with them. Brewers will fold. We'll see. Oh, I got you. It's still early. It's still early. But again, thanks for being here. I'm going to turn the phone on so we can at least get some calls in. Basically, the show, I figure, running from 9:30 to whenever. Hopefully you do an hour and a half tonight. But that's up to y'all. That's up to y'all. The phone is on. The line is open, 813-699-0834. I'm going to see. I don't know whether, and hopefully, I'm keeping it on the phone line because, again, we had some issues last time where I couldn't hear if the phone was on. And I was being able to, at least with my phone, see when somebody was calling in. But my cell phone is charging right now. So if you're calling in, let me know. Admit Dodgers look better after hiring the new manager. They got a new manager? I thought it was the same one they had last year. I was going to say. Yeah, well, I'll tell you what. It doesn't really matter about the ballpark. They do need a new ballpark, but they're doing good with what they have. Did you watch the Derek Carr YouTube video? Which one, Chris? Which video are you talking about? Are you talking about the one with him and Antonio Brown? Okay, I was gonna say Dave Roberts has been with the Dodgers for a while. So yeah, once they got rid of the old Yankee, they've been well. The recent one. That doesn't tell me which one. So the answer would probably be no. I honestly, I don't have a lot of extra time between the room and the moving from things between the rooms. And, I'm going to be busy. I got, like I said, if you guys didn't know, I got a room interior designer coming in on Tuesday. So we'll see how much all of this it's going to cost for all of this stuff to be turned and put on the walls. So that's going to be a bit. Yeah, that's the Capitals, Ed. The team that's going to disappoint in the Stanley Cup playoffs this year. They think they're going to win, but we'll see. Yeah, Don Mattingly. Anyway, the line is congrats Tommy Beard on the Caps winning the Metro. Okay. So, I mean, at least that's nice that an Islander fan congratulating the Capitals for winning the Metro. I know you did. I'm playing with Tommy because like I said, I really don't care. Hey, my Flyers aren't in the playoffs. That's okay. But you know what? Still plenty of time. I think that when the Flyers start using Hart at the beginning of the year next year, and Talbot being the backup, what looks like, and they still got another younger goalie, but I don't want to go with two young goalies, but I think that the Flyers have a way good upside. So again, if you want to talk, I'm turning this off. I can feel my eyes starting to water. There we go. Well, that tells me that at least somebody, or I can hear the phone. Jimmy Farrell, talk to me, brother. Yeah. How you doing?
Well, the Division's lost.
It doesn't, dude. It doesn't matter.
Well, let me say this.
Okay.
It does matter to us Islander fans because we haven't won a division since '88, and it would meant a lot for us to win the division.
The last time you won a division was with the great Islander teams of the '80s.
'88 is the last. They were the last team to win the Patrick Division.
Wow.
That was the last time they won. That's why that meant a lot for us if we won the division this year.
Okay. Well, I can see that. I can see that.
So right now we're tied with a minute left in the game. It's tied 1-1 with Florida.
Okay.
And now I got to worry about home field with Pittsburgh because Pittsburgh's winning. I think 3-1. So if we get a point here, I mean, we still haven't locked home field the first round yet. If we win this game, we have it locked.
Okay.
So, and it looks like it's going to go into overtime right now.
And who you playing right now?
Florida Panthers.
Okay.
With about 20 seconds left.
Okay, so it's going into overtime.
It looks like it, But we're still in the playoffs. Looks like we're going to play Pittsburgh the first round, but I don't know if, I want this home field the first round. Because that'll be very important for us to. So I want to congratulate Tommy Beard for winning the division. It was close, but, maybe, it's not over yet. I mean, the playoffs could be starting. I mean, maybe this is a blessing in disguise,
Yeah.
So,
but like I told you, in the playoffs, yes, seeding is important, but the bottom line is winning. So, you're going to have to beat the best teams anyway. So, you would eventually have to beat the Capitals. You would eventually have to beat the Penguins. You would eventually have to beat the Bruins, and you would eventually have to beat the Lightning. So it's how it hits. I understand you wanting to get the top seed and getting a better ranking there, but it really just matters to who you win. Because again, for the Lightning fans that think that they're winning the Stanley Cup this year, I have news for them. I have news for them. They have to. I mean, just because you win the President's trophy doesn't mean crap. Doesn't mean crap. So you need to play.
You know how many teams have won the Cup by winning the President's Trophy?
Well, I know that the most recent team was the Blackhawks a couple years ago, but most of the time, people that win the President's Cup, they don't win most of the time.
Well, it's only been like 6 teams have won the Cup when they won the President's Trophy.
Right.
Not saying much.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, the regular season gets you in. And it's how you're playing at the very end is important, is indicative of how you're going to play in the playoffs. I mean, the Lightning have played okay. They the last game that they played, and I can't remember who it was, but I seem to recall that the Lightning lost Hedman, and they also I think it was against the Capitals. Tommy will tell me if that's true. But they had a fight that came out. The one guy, I can't remember the kid's name, but he had a fight. Yeah, it was against the Capitals. And they had a fight with the one guy. He was injured. The guy from the Capitals went into the locker room. He came back. Hedman came out with an injury. So I'm not sure. Again, you got to be playing at your best when you need to. And with Hedman being gone, that's a bad loss for the Lightning. That he's their best defenseman. Obviously, the Norris Trophy winner from last year.
Wow, that's a huge loss.
Did it? Well, I don't know how.
Especially for a defenseman.
Right. I don't know how much longer he might be out. I just know that he was hurt recently. But you don't want your best players gone. So we'll see what happens.
I heard that Malkin for Pittsburgh, so that's a huge loss.
You heard that? Now, did I hear you said that Malkin's out for Pittsburgh?
Malkin and Letang are out.
Okay.
Chris Letang.
Well,
they're a different team without Chris Letang.
Yeah. I tell you, yeah. I was gonna say they need to get healthy as well. Like I said. The best 4 teams, and no offense to you, the best 4 teams in the East are not the Islanders, and I told you who they are. But
we weren't even supposed to be really. We're supposed to be dead last. You know.
Yeah. Well, I got to write a message.
Did you see there's this website? It's something like the Vegas Chronicle or some paper in Vegas, and the video, and they're showing like live video of the stadium, and they said that part of the roof is being put on. And they said in 2 weeks or next month, they're going to build a roof from the ground and lift the whole roof and put it on the stadium. So you're talking about a major move right now, but you're putting a roof on the stadium next month. I mean, that's a lot. That says a lot.
Yeah. And like I said, I believe Chris Donnett, if I'm not mistaken, Chris Donnett was saying that his construction company was actually involved with the construction both in Los Angeles for the brand new stadium in LA, along with what's going on in Vegas. So Chris himself, who is a great inside source for us, stated that information about there being construction delays, that's all a bunch of hooey. So
you know what else they said? They said by next week, I think, they're going to be building that stadium 24 hours every day.
Well,
imagine.
Yeah, I mean, if they want to make sure that they get it done, I can see that.
Yeah.
Because in a year, in a year and maybe 2 weeks, the draft is going to be out in Vegas, and hopefully they're at that stadium. So I mean,
I don't know if that's going to be. I don't understand why they had the draft next year. They should have waited till the stadium is built and then have the draft.
Well,
I don't know if it's going to be ready.
They want
that's when the draft is,
but they want to showcase the new team, new operative, the new class of the NFL.
Which but it's not going to be ready. So how are they going to?
Well, but it's the kickoff year for the Raiders. They're going to do everything they can. By the way, if you want to knock out Jimmy Farrell, the number is 813-699-0834. 813-699-0834. Not that I don't like talking to Jimmy Farrell, but I do have to make sure I tell folks that.
So right now we're in overtime with 2:06 left in overtime.
Well, I mean,
and Allen is on 2-on-1. No, there's a shot. Oh, he almost had it. Got a Panthers breakaway. Nope, we don't. I'm telling you, man, I kind of like this all the time. The 4-on-4.
I do. I like it.
It's really exciting.
It's a lot quicker.
Oh yeah,
it's a lot quicker.
Right? And the shootout, I can't stand that.
Yeah,
the competition.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest,
but I don't like it anymore.
No, to be honest, I think that they should go a 4-on-4 for X amount of time, and then if they can't do it in like the first portion of overtime, they should go 3-on-3.
Right.
Because 3-on-3 makes it a lot quicker, and you make one mistake in 3-on-3, that's the game.
Yeah. The other night I was watching the G League in basketball. They only have 2 minutes of overtime, which I kind of like too.
Yeah.
2 minutes to score. Oh, here we go. We got 2-on-1 right here.
All right. All right. Got to go there, Jimmy. Thanks for calling, Chipmate.
I'll call you on Sunday.
All right, brother. We'll see you Sunday. That was Jimmy Farrell, and we have Tommy Beard now coming on. I'm going to answer you, Tommy. How you doing, brother?
I'm doing good.
So, congratulations to your Capitals from myself, from Jimmy Farrell, which was rather nice of him. It shows the sportsmanship in this group. We're not all assholes.
True. Thank you, Bev.
Yeah.
It's big, but it don't. I mean, we've seen what happens. You got to play good in the playoffs now.
Right. It's just a matter of seeding. I
mean, by the way it's looking right now, we could have the same road that we had last year.
I
mean, so otherwise, I mean, Columbus, yeah. Okay, but then you got the 2, then you get through Columbus, then you turn around, you got Pittsburgh and Tampa.
Providing Tampa doesn't choke.
I mean, but when we get to the Raiders, but you cannot. Last night I watched both games of Harper's return to DC.
Yeah.
Yesterday's game. Let's talk to that because we on that disrespectful bunch of. I just want to get into that shit that they did to him. Disrespectful.
Let's just
completely disrespectful.
Let's just call them ingrates.
That was despicable. I'm glad I wasn't there because I probably would have went to jail.
Yeah, and Tommy, we don't want you in jail, brother.
That was just disrespectful. But I blame that loss yesterday
on Reese Hoskins.
I blame that on Roberts. He walked 3 runners You walk 3 runners, then you turn around that bases loaded and you throw 4 balls in a row.
Okay, that must have happened after I was not watching because yesterday I was off work. I saw the Rhys Hoskins error and was pissed and had to go home. And because I had to get back to doing some of the things I needed to do at the house, and then I saw that they lost 9-8. So you're telling me that he walked 3, and then he walked the guy in to lose the game?
Yep.
You're shitting me.
Swear to God. And this isn't the last time Roberts has done this. He did the same thing against Atlanta. Roberts, because I seriously have watched more Phillies games this year than I have my own Red Sox, and that's because they got us stuck out damn west. And then games come on so damn late out here on the East Coast. And don't even get me started with my Red Sox, because that's just another whole disaster story.
I didn't ask.
That's just aggravating the hell out of me right now.
So, but at least when Roberts did that against,
Roberts does not look right at all.
Okay, well, it's still early, man. It's 1 week into the season.
He did not look good against Atlanta, and he got lucky. I can't remember who it was with Atlanta that swung at a bad pitch and into a double play. I can't remember who it was, and he bailed his ass out. And they pushed Ross closer in. I'm telling you, he's going to lose some ball games. He's not the same Roberts that was in that pinstripes, or even when he was in Chicago for the White Sox. Okay. Does not look like the same guy.
Yeah. Like I said, there's plenty of time. Now it's possible that he has an injury that is not being talked about. I mean, if he's not the same, normally it's because there's a undisclosed injury, and obviously the keyword being undisclosed, that hinders somebody's capabilities, and it doesn't get put out until later on. So maybe it's something that he's trying to fight through, but it's only making him worse. So we'll see.
And for Ed Winchell to turn around and to play Stephen A. Smith, we all know how I feel about Stephen A. Smith. He's an idiot.
Again, it's Stephen Smith.
To say that the Brewers are going to fold shows you how uneducational you are. Because this is the same Brewers team that won the division last year. I still think they win this division. Don't even get started. They still have the MVP. Yeah. And looks like he's going to win it this year. Yeah, Yelich. He keeps raking like he's doing so far.
Yelich is on a tear, man. I mean, it's amazing how good he is. Just on, I mean, he does better things on accident than a lot of people do on purpose. And and he said, and they folded then. So again, I guess Ed's got.
They went to the playoffs and they kept winning.
I tell you what,
they lost to the Dodgers, but guess what? What happened to the Dodgers? Dodgers ain't been relevant, won a damn World Series since the '80s. I was still a little baby. So I'm so sick of Dodger fans talking about this and they talk about that. I mean, hell, the damn Giants have won a World Series before you all won.
Actually, they've won 3, I think.
Yeah, well, Giants have 3, 4, whatever. I mean,
the Giants have won at least 3 World Series since the Dodgers have even been in one. If I'm not mistaken.
Well, Dodgers been to the last 2.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is they've won 3 World Series since the Dodgers have won a World Series way back when. So they've won 3 series, and then the Dodgers have been in the last 2, but they still haven't won one. So
the last one they won was when they had Kirk Gibson. When he come off the bench with that hip or knee injury, whatever it was, he hit that home run.
1989. 1989, because I was there. I was there in the Philippines watching it. I even remember when, because that was my last year in the Philippines. Hey, Ed, the Dodgers beat the Brewers, but talk to me about current events. Talk to me about current events.
So I was 89. I would have been 8 years old.
Okay.
So I guess I wasn't in diapers then. I thought it was actually longer until I was thinking. 89, I would have been 8 years old.
Okay,
Still,
88.
I'm 37 years now.
Okay.
37 years old now. So it's been 30-some years since they've won anything.
Oh, yeah.
30 years. Think about that.
Yeah.
Please. Unrelevant. They are so unrelevant. It ain't funny.
I tell you what. I'll put this to a head. Ed Winchell and Tommy Beard. Okay. Tommy, you obviously Ed is an avid Dodgers supporter. You're a avid Red Sox supporter. Ed Winchell, the last time I checked, the Red Sox are the defending World Series champions, beating your Dodgers last year. That's current events. Okay.
Yeah, we won one World Series like we did the Dodgers has even won.
That's right, because the Red Sox have won 3. The Red Sox have won at least 3 World Series since the Dodgers have as well.
Now, and we're the only team, and I know it's back there, the only team that's been down 0-3 and came back and won 4 straight games in a 7-game series.
That was the okay. Well, 1 year, but remember, Ed, we're talking now, okay? And because it's only been a week, the now is still last year. So if you're going to throw out that they're going to fold, then I'm going to throw out that. And again, I'm not a Red Sox fan. I can't stand Red Sox, but I'm throwing out that the Dodgers are going to eat it against. Excuse me. That the last time I checked, the Dodgers couldn't beat the Red Sox.
Now, I don't know if they would be. I don't even know what would happen if we would play right now. With the way we're playing, I don't get it. I do not understand it. I mean, Chris Sale, his last game, now he did win. No, he lost. He lost 1-0. He gave up a home run in the first inning, and the offense once again disappointed again. But we did lose. Sale has started 0-2. But Sale is normally throwing anywhere between 97 tops. Maybe he really gets into it 99. His hardest ball he threw, his last start was 89.
And I got to let folks know, if you want to knock out Tommy Beard, because he's been on well over 5, the number is there, 813-699-0834. Just needed to let folks know. So again,
and I kind of hate seeing Seth Roberts stuff.
Okay.
I mean, I understand it. Why? I really do.
Well, I did the stats. Ryan Grant.
But I never really had a fair shot, really. If you really think about it.
Well, yeah, actually he had. When everybody was injured and Seth Roberts would be getting in there when he became the number 2 receiver when there were injuries, he really, he produced every game that he caught a touchdown except for one. The Raiders won. But there are games when he needed to produce and he couldn't. So he's not the end all be all. I mean, I like Seth Roberts, I do, but I don't really. There's no. I'm not going to cry until tomorrow that Seth Roberts is no longer on the team. Ryan Grant is an excellent receiver and worked in systems under Shanahan, and also last year with Pep, what's his nose, that worked in the Colts system. So he's worked in systems that have been that are similar to Gruden's. So he should be able to pick up the offense a lot quicker. And if Roberts didn't pick up the offense under Gruden last year, and the Raiders went out and signed him, that just means that they knew that allegedly they think that Grant can pick up and will be a better receiver as a third option or fourth option if Marcel Aitman comes and bumps him. But I think that right now you got, again, in order, 1 to 4, you have obviously Brown, Williams, Grant, and then Aitman as 1 and 4, 1 through 4. And that's a damn good trio plus 1.
Now, is Martavis Bryant suspended next year, this coming season, or is he still on the roster?
He's not on the roster. He was under a suspension from last year, but I think that that there was some talk that he could be lifted from his suspension and come back to the Raiders. I mean, do you really want Martavis Bryant that much? I don't.
Yeah.
Why?
He's had his best seasons when he was with Antonio Brown.
Okay.
Antonio Brown actually made him accountable, made him work, and was almost like a big brother to him.
A big brother that was missing time because of dope?
I really would. And I go out and I draft Marquise Brown, a.k.a. Hollywood.
Okay.
I really want him. Because I think you put him with his cousin, Antonio, this offense is going to fly.
Actually,
if the offensive line can block. Because like me and Big L was talking earlier, yeah, we got the weapons on the outside. And we got a quarterback. But it's not going to matter nothing. We got all these coordinators. It's not going to matter unless that offensive line stands up and blocks and gives Carr time to get the ball out and down the field.
Right. Yeah. No quarterback can throw a touchdown pass from sitting on his ass. Can't do it. And the offensive line is key, which is why they went out and they spent money on Trent Brown, which is why they got probably one of the most versatile guard centers in DV. Rob from your own division to a good player that is needed, and that was a really good player. So they picked up two right there, plus they re-signed Denzel Good, plus they re-signed Green. I mean, these guys might be camp fodder, but there's going to be good competition along the offensive line. My issue is the coaching. My issue is the coaching as to if Tom Cable is really the coach that they want. And I can't remember. I think it was last weekend that somebody was saying, I think it might have been Jared from Pittsburgh, that who the Raiders really wanted was Tony Sperano, but he died. And so that right. Tom Cable was plan B. And I hadn't thought of that, but that does make a lot of sense. If Tony Sperano...
I do not want him. Look what he had. He took a good offensive line in Seattle and turned that shit horrible.
Yeah.
He leaves last year. Comes over to us, and look what they did. They turned around, protected Russell Wilson.
Wait, whoa. They didn't really protect Russell Wilson better because Russell Wilson was doing a lot of running last year. Statistically, they got a little bit better, but they improved only slightly. Russell Wilson was still doing a lot of running last year. The wins that the Seahawks got was because of Russell Wilson playing up and above, up to his level. But the offensive line really didn't improve a lot, but they improved enough that they had more wins under their belt. I mean, obviously, they looked like world beaters when they came into London and beat our ass for 3 hours. That was horrible to watch. Thanks for coming back, Chris. Again, if you want to knock out Tommy, oh, yeah, Tommy's been on way long. Tommy, give me one last thought, and I'm going to let you go.
Did you see the news coming out about Jordy Nelson?
About him, what, unretiring or what?
He was on the Dan Patrick show.
Yeah, I heard.
Dan Patrick asked him if he would come out of retirement if Aaron Rodgers called him. And he said, how could he turn that down?
Exactly. And you know what? I can see that. I can see that.
I see it too.
Yeah, I mean, he was a bad fit here, and I mean, good on him for coming over here. And I don't have nothing but love for Jordy Nelson, but he was just a bad fit, and I'm glad he got paid, and that he got more money, and then he retired. And I agree too. If Green Bay calls him, if they need him, and Aaron Rodgers says, "Buddy, I need you," he'll be back. So we'll see. I'm going to let you go, Tommy. Thanks for giving me a ring, shipmate.
Anytime.
All right. That was Tommy Beard, and that means the line is open. 813-699-0834. I'd like to be on for an hour and a half. And basically, the first portion of the show, it doesn't really count. I can do 90 minutes on this forecast, but that's up to you. We've heard from Tommy. We've heard from Jimmy. I know we're going to hear from Ed Winchell and Neil Backman. I appreciate you always commenting, but give me a call if you can. And and then Chris Donnet, I believe, will probably call in. So we have Ed Winchell, Chris Donnet, and then hopefully Neil Backman. And I don't know who else is out there. I'm missing somebody because we've had 6. It looks like we have 6. So Jimmy and Tommy and Ed and Chris, and I don't know if we got 6, which I appreciate you. If I didn't acknowledge you, make a comment so I know that you're here. So that'd be nice. But again, line is open. So you think we try to see about signing Sue? There's a reason why Sue is still out there. And the main reason is he's probably asking for too much. And people don't want to spend a lot of money on somebody that's as undisciplined as Ndamukong Suh. And it's one of those things where, like I said, when Vontaze Burfict came to the Raiders, and we as in like the audience of the NFL knows that, he's a personal foul waiting to happen. He's going to play hard. He's going to play up to what Vontaze Burfict is capable of playing. But you got screaming kids running around. Okay, I got you, Chris. God bless you, brother. But Vontaze is going to get a lot of penalties this year just because he's Vontaze Burfict. And I'm glad you're here, Ed. I think Ndamukong Suh would he'd probably be suspended with X amount of personal fouls, and it would be silly. Sure, sign him, why not? But he's got to bring his asking price down. He's got to bring his asking price down. If he does, we'll see. But the fact that he's not signed now means he's asking for too much. And teams don't want to pay what he's asking to get a player that's on the other side of that bracket. And it's SUH, Tommy, but I know who you meant. And I don't particularly want him either, but he is probably one of the better free agents that are out there as far as capability. I personally would like to see the Raiders make a trade for Gerald McCoy, because I'm sitting here in Tampa, and it was the on again, off again. So actually, it was the off again, on again, now off again talk that Gerald McCoy is not going to play for the Buccaneers this year. I'd rather get Gerald McCoy than Ndamukong Suh. Now, granted, I know Suh is a free agent, and you'd have to make an offer for McCoy. But if you're going to go there, I'd rather get Gerald McCoy. And that's not because I'm showing my Tampa bias for me being here. I think he'd be a better fit. I think that he has better upside with the fact that you're not getting a player that's always going to be getting in trouble with a bunch of penalties. I think Gerald McCoy would be a very good addition to the Raiders. It depends upon if somebody wants to pick him up and for what price. Okay. Gerald McCoy is going to be making $13 million this year in Tampa. Would we fit him under the cap? Maybe we would have to get a sign and then, redo his contract. I don't know what the capabilities are, but if you're asking me who I would rather have, I'd take Gerald McCoy over Ndamukong Suh. Ed Winchell, thank you for calling in. I'm going to have you come on in. Ed, thanks for calling, shipmate. Good hearing from you.
Well, it's been a great show. Great show.
Well, other than after me, you're screwing it up and having like the second portion, I'll have to go back and clean up those other ones.
We're only human, boss.
Yeah, I know, but and I can't wait. I can't wait until now. Tomorrow, they are building out my new desk, so that'll be in the new room. And once they build out my new desk, I gotta call up the guys that have been doing the sound and the input for the router and the things like that. Hopefully, they're going to put put the capabilities from a router right in Ethernet right into my computer, so it'll be a lot quicker. There will be less of a capability where I'm going to be missing any of that connectivity. It'll be a lot better. I can't wait. It'll be a bigger desk, so I don't have to worry about bumping wires and things like that. It's very cramped in here, but it's going to be a lot better once the new room is done. It's been a long time coming, and I can't wait to have it. But again, enough about me. How you doing there, Ed?
Doing good. It'll happen real quick, and then you'll be in the room, and you'll be kicking butt.
Yeah, I'll be in the room, but I'm not sure when all of the things are going to be put up. That I might have like a quote unquote a bear studio for a while. Not a bear studio like my buddy the Bear, but a bear BARE studio. Until I get things done the way I want them. But we'll see.
Tell me, I heard today, and it's irritated me all day, that Russell Wilson is telling the Seahawks he will give them now till the end of April to renew his current contract of $20 to $21 million.
Yep.
He feels that he is worth millions more. And I can't figure it out. What do these younger kids, and they are millennials in my mind,
they are,
think this world is all about? I mean, 99.99 would be happy sitting where he is. Yet, he hasn't shown me anything for a number of years. He's wanting a new contract. And whatever happened to players that played for the game? It's just not there anymore.
Nah, you just said it. Those people don't exist. And no. I mean, I'm sorry to say that it is an age thing. And again, if you are a millennial, I'm sorry, but you're a millennial. And there are reasons why people rag on you. It's because for your generation of people, of how you handle things, that everybody gets a trophy and kumbaya bullshit and give me, and it's disheartening to say the least. But generationally, there are no millennials that I know that actually have the love where they would take pay cuts in order to play the game, and it's all about me. And I mean, I could understand it with Kaepernick, that he was getting bad advice from his girlfriend who was an activist.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
But Russell Wilson and his wife, who are like straight-laced, virgins that they didn't have sex until they got married and all this other things, the straight-laced things like that. And now he's saying, well, you know what? I need to be paid upwards of $25 million because I deserve it. You know what? Yeah, maybe you do, but that's not what your contract says. So sucks being you. Go to friggin' camp, and if you're gonna hold out, then be a dick. Be a dick.
Right.
That's the way it is.
What's with these people? I mean, I don't think they ever heard or know what a gentleman's agreement is. That's just not in their vocabulary.
No.
And it just amazes me that they can, just like that, hey, I'm not going to fill my contract. You know, guy I was talking to about this today said, that's why I love college football. Because I think their big aim is to make it to the NFL.
Yeah.
And they'll do anything they can to get there. So they don't, they're thinking money, but I think they're thinking the only way to that money is through the NFL.
Yeah. And, you know, which actually.
NFL players, money. It's all about money. And that's it. You know, I know they can't play like Zato and Matuzak and Lambert and the real people that bled the color of their team. But it's just so sad that the non-committal attitude that they have, just because they think they're hot shit. Prove it to me. When were they in the Super Bowl last? 4 years ago?
Yeah, when they lost the Super Bowl, throwing the pass when they should have ran Marshawn. And yeah, it was about 4 years.
Lynch, right.
Yeah, about 4 years ago.
I mean, to me, he's a has-been. And then I hear about his attitude today when I just couldn't believe it watching on TV. He's going to leave the team if they don't give him the money.
Well, he said he's gonna leave the team.
He wants his contract renewed. Or there's gonna be some changes.
Ah, okay. Well, you know what? People that have bad attitudes either get traded or get sat. And just ask Agba, who had a bad attitude, and then he was immediately traded over to Kansas City. So these people that show a bad attitude, you know, they don't last very long. And like I said, I can't see it coming from Russell Wilson being the advocate that he is, and he's being an ass. He's being a grade A ass, and I can't see that, but it's happening, and that's just the way it is. So it's unfortunate, but Russell Wilson is being an ass. He's showing his ass, and that's just harsh, but it's the way it is.
It is. Better things ahead. Do you think the Raider Stadium will be finished for 2020?
Yeah, it'll be finished by 2020.
You think so?
It'll be finished, yeah. I mean, at the various outset, they're talking that maybe the full stadium might not be ready for all of, and that the operative word being all of their preseason games. It's possible that that if you play 4 preseason games, that the first 2 might have to be scheduled as away games because it might not be ready. But I mean, even at the outset of being them you know, being ready, they'll be ready for the full thing. And again, Chris Donnett, whose construction company is involved with the construction. He says the roof is going up. We've talked about that with Jimmy Farrell as well. It'll be ready. I don't foresee anything not being ready with it.
You know, I'd like to drop an idea to you, if I may.
Sure.
Wouldn't it be great if people like Tommy, Jim, the pastor, Chris, we all figured out a way that in the next 18 months get together for the opening game in Vegas?
Yeah.
And I can look for a way. I have friends who are in real estate up there that can give us a condo or a rental place that's not being used, that's got like 7 or 8 bedrooms, you know, and get that set up. And then if everybody can fly in, we can have as a great, you know, family get together there with all your regulars.
Yeah, I mean that would be great, and having I'm all for that. What you do is I tell you, Ed, is I would reach out to the people that you know that are on this show, or for some of the other people. Jimmy Farrell says he's in, and you lay the groundwork for it, and then I'll be out there, obviously. So
that'd be great.
Yeah, and Chris Donnett says he's in there, so there's 2. I'm there for that's 3. You're there, that's 4. So we already got 4 people. You lay the groundwork, and Frank Rizzo's in. All right. Hey, Frank.
I think a lot more people. We may even need 2 suites of 8 bedrooms in each one.
There you go. There you go.
You know, but I think as the family that we all are, although Tommy and I disagree on a bunch of things. Sorry, Tommy. But I think I would love to have them meet everybody, you know, solidify this family we got. And what better place would it be than at the new Vegas stadium for the Raiders on opening night?
Yeah, that'd be great. And again, I tell people that, like I told you before, recruit, push this, get 2 more people to join in and have their 2 more people join in. Frank, I'm not sure if you were there for the conversation, but every fan here knows at least 2 sports fans. Get the word out that this is where to be, because again, I stopped the Facebook video, but because of all of the stuff because of some of the technical difficulties that we were having here with me screwing the pooch on the camera work. That's not that's not YouTube. That's a technical glitch of me turning the camera off. But recruit, folks, and I'm not saying it because I think that I'm saying it because it's a great family environment, and I want more people to experience it. If you like what you see here, get more people here, because again, the Ask Captain Jack show, which will be going to which will be going to Sundays, obviously during the season, is where it's at, where we talk football. And it's the Ask Captain Jack show, when it goes to Sunday, is only going to be football. It doesn't necessarily need to be Raiders, but if you're calling in on the Sunday show and you are talking football, I'm going to listen to it. If you're talking anything else, I'm dumping you, because that's where the other show's going to come in. But we need to make sure that this show gets pushed out, because again, we got 186 subscribers right now, and there's no reason why we shouldn't have up to 500 by the start of the season, if not more. And it's because that I'm not being egotistical, but I know that we have a good show that we can put out to everybody, and it'll be a lot of fun.
I agree. And it sure would be great to meet all the people on your show, because, and listen, you know, I'm an hour from Vegas, maybe an hour and a half, so it's 2 hours. But people from the East Coast, I know they're going to have to pay more coming a longer distance, and I'll try to be able to pitch in to help them with airfare if they can afford it, just to get them out here to enjoy meeting all of us and going to the opening day game.
Yeah, I mean, I will definitely be there, hell or high water. Like I said, we can do a show from like a whole weekend thing. We can start like on Thursday night or Friday night and do a welcome to get the Raider. I mean, Jimmy Farrell, whoever's going to be up for Raider Bear in about 40 minutes, make sure that you talk to Raider Bear, and not during his show, but kind of like send him a message, because I definitely need to go to bed. Unfortunately, I've had a long day. Let's just say that the American Express card people got an earful for me today, an earful. And it's for because of their fuck ups, not mine. And I said the F word. I'm sorry, but they. Yeah, but you know, that's just the way it is. So I've had some things going on today, and again, I should be honestly because of the show. I'm doing the show, but honestly, tomorrow after work, and then Saturday after I work, because I got to make up some hours from yesterday. Every time that I'm here, I'm going to be working on moving things from one room to the next, just to get things ready for the new room showing up. And by the way, while I'm at it, and this is disheartening, and I want to say this because I want to give a little bit of props to real contractors out there. Okay, the guy that did my work is a real good contractor, and I want to give him the best props. What is disheartening is I found out yesterday on a news story that Steve Andrews, who is Aaron Andrews' dad, he's the investigative reporter for the local area. He's the guy that did the story about the I got to say it, the fucking waste of space contractor. And that F was deserved. The guy who took me for over 50K on the job that wasn't done. Okay. He took a retired serviceman and his wife for $9,000 before he took me for over $50,000. And I found out yesterday on a news story that he took a retired couple $190,000 gone. Shitty work. And it was disheartening to watch that. I'm like, wow, because we're all putting the word out there so that this guy can finally come to hopefully get his balls strung up and be put behind bars. Okay. And it's not happening, and it pisses me off. So I reached out to Steve, and we're going to do a follow-up because, again, I can't stand that there are people like that in this world. If you're a good contractor, I applaud you. If you're a good contractor, I applaud you. The gentleman that I used to do videos with, who shall remain nameless right now, he's a contractor. I don't know whether I don't know. I don't think he is a shyster contractor. I mean, we have our issues, but it's not because of contracting. So again, be sure you give a shout out for good contractors. The guys, my contractor's name is Dave Bunker, Vikings fan, great guy. Can't wait to have the new show in the new room. But I tell you what, I want to string this motherfucker up. And people like that.
Vito?
Huh?
You want me to call Vito?
I can't confirm or deny while I'm on video.
I'm just kidding, Bob.
I got you. But again, I can't wait until the room is done. But to take a retired couple that $190,000, and I saw the video of the house that was. That all the stuff that was done, I looked at the video. I said, I recognize that shitty work because it was the same a-holes that did my shitty work.
Can't the cops take this guy and take care of him?
It's civil. It's civil. So I'm going to go to Tampa. I'm going to go to Hillsborough County on Tuesday when I have some other things going on. I got, the interior decorator coming in, and then I got people that are coming in to hopefully do one of the builds for the things I got going on. So hopefully I can go to Hillsborough County on one of the days off, and or maybe tomorrow if I have time, and make a statement of larceny and grand theft. But yeah, people like that need to be strung up. And yeah, and Mike Arline, thanks for coming aboard. Great gentleman. Thanks for coming aboard, Mike. And by the way, Mike, I tell you, every kind of like when I told you when you were with my Raider group, every Raider fan knows at least 2 Raider fans. Get the word out. Same thing here, Mike. Every fan of sports knows 2 more. Get folks over to the page. And yes, I wanted to go to a game with you there, shipmate. Sorry we won't be able to do that. Guess we're going to have to wait till next year when the XFL comes to Tampa. And as I said before, with the AAF folding, I could see that there was not going to be only one of those leagues was going to survive. And I thought it was actually going to be the AAF because it had the backing, at least in thought and spirit, the backing of the NFL. But they didn't have the backing of the NFL. It's all about money. It's unfortunate because there were people that were playing in the AAF who will make the NFL. They will. But it's just a shame that the league folded. So Steve Spurrier will be, and I like this because obviously it's Steve Spurrier. Steve Spurrier will be I think the winningest coach, obviously in the AAF. Excuse me. But I also believe that he was the winningest coach in the USFL with the Tampa Bay Bandits. I believe that. I can look that up, but I think so. So he'll be the winningest coach in 2 leagues that just didn't make it. So Chiefs signed first AAF players. At least some of those guys are getting back to the NFL. Thanks for that word there, Chris. There are some really good players in the AAF. Yep, Chiefs signed the AAF. Kansas. Hey, the word's getting out. 3 guys at the same time. So thanks, Chris, Frank, and Tommy, for keeping up on that. There's going to be some good players. Actually, I did, Mike. I already reported my contractor to what is it? FPDB. Yeah, the Florida Department of Professional Business or whatever it is. I reported him, Mike. I just a matter of getting my money. That's not going to happen. Look from the running. See, that's the one thing. Though, while I was here, the guys that have watched the AAF, and again, I know that the Orlando team was the best team, and I tell you what, Ed, I'm going to have to let you go. Oh, incoming call. I guess I lost you, Ed. I didn't realize I lost you.
No, it's just a minute ago. I called you right back.
Okay, because I was going to say, hey, Ed, I guess I'm going to have to let you go, and then I saw that you were calling. John, for another, I'll let you on for about another 3 because we were about at that time. So if you want to knock out Ed, give him at least 3 more minutes, and then call in. But for those that were fans of the AAF, I didn't get a chance to see them, but the Orlando Apollos were awesome. And there are some people out there. I mean, the kid by the name of Moore that played for the Fleet, he played for the Raiders last year. He played for the Dolphins. He was an excellent defensive tackle, and he's going to go. Somebody's going to pick him up. Somebody's going to pick him up. Yeah, no, I'm just saying. Did you see any AAF games?
I saw some of them, and to be honest with you, they were pretty boring. But I did like to see some of the players that stood out, and they were really interesting. You know, I like to root for people I'm aware of, and I know to a certain degree, and I know how to watch them play because I watched these guys in the NFL for so many years that I see them come in and I see them go out. And I'm not talking about Bart Starr or Johnny Unitas, but I'm talking about the last 20, 30 years. And I like to see them groomed. I mean, I remember Aaron Rodgers coming in after Favre. And now our friend Russell Wilson wants Aaron Rodgers money.
Yeah.
$32 million.
Not happening, man. Not happening.
I can't understand that, Cap.
Well, like I said, just the rise of the millennial bull crap. I'm sorry if you're a millennial. I'm not pissed at you. I'm just pissed at your whole group as a whole. Okay, if you're a good millennial, great. But the rest of your crew is letting you down. Where we're going to sit at the home of the one of the new. You know, I don't know where y'all are going to sit. I got my tickets because I'm a season ticket holder. But it's coming out for the game and having fun on that weekend. We'll work it out. Maybe, like I said, Ed's got the working.
I got the nucleus of this thing. I'll put it together as much as I can.
Ed Winchell is your point of contact, so get with Ed. Again, I got my tickets, so I'm good. Providing that I'm knocking wood, but I'm afraid of knocking wood on the table because I'm afraid of hitting the camera again. So again, knocking wood. I got my tickets, but Ed Winchell is going to work out the logistics. So Frank wants you to hit him up, and then obviously Jimmy Farrell. We'll work on. I mean, the fact is, I want the group out there. Get the group out there. Get more people. Get more people to do the show. Like I said, when the season comes, I'm doing it on YouTube because I'm not running 2 cameras on 2 different things. Ain't doing it. When I'm going to a game and I do my after game shows, they're gonna be on YouTube. Okay. And get with Ed Winchell. Get with Ed Winchell, folks, on Facebook. Go ahead, Ed.
I should see your show being on ESPN in 2020.
Nah, I hope. If I get picked up for And I tell you what, I'll go small. If the Raiders pick me up, that's all I want, because I work a government job, and I've been doing it for 33 years, and the money is good, but I want to be a sports person for the Raiders, do shows for the Raiders. That's what I want, and it'd be awesome. And the minute that the Raiders pick me up, then I won't have to worry about, I not that I would quit my other job unless, I might, if the Raiders paid me enough money, even for part-time. But that's all I want is I am a Raiders fan for so many years, and this is my passion, my love, and this is what I want to do. I want to work and do these things, do these interviews with Raider fans and Raider personas and Raider greats and even non-Raider greats. I'm getting some other folks opportunities. So, Ed, are you still working that interview, or has that been put on the wayside?
I'm still working with his.
Don't say it. Don't let the cat out of the bag. Just say you're okay. You're working the issue. That's cool. Okay, so it's good.
I'm still working on it.
All right. Yeah, well, Ed, I'm going to let you go because you definitely have had a lot of airtime.
I appreciate it, Cap. As always, it's a pleasure, and I'll talk to you soon.
All right. Thanks again, Ed. Always good hearing from you, brother.
Thank you, brother. Good night.
Good night. That was Ed Winchell, my buddy out in Cali. Line is open. We've been on for an hour and 6 this time. We were on for about 15 minutes before the camera went out. I'm still working on my cap. What cap, Tommy? Okay. Get with Ed Winchell. That sounds like a great idea. And yeah, Mike, I'm sorry we won't be able to go to a game. Get the word out, man. Like I said, I like this show, and it's not that I'm egotistical. I like talking with y'all, and I think we'd have a great time. We need more wenches, though. We need more ladies that talk. So if you want to have some ladies come in, that's great as well. Gotta build that audience. The ladies are always good to have in the audience. But the line is open. 813-699-0834, 813-699-0834. It's 10:35. I'd like to go till 11, but that's up to y'all. Make it to out the Oakland for a game. Hopefully so. You're still working. I got it. You're still working on. Okay. Gotcha, Tommy. Tommy's working on somebody for me. Thank you as well. And Ed's working on one. Thank you to Ed. I enjoy it. I need when I got some time. I still got to get some guests for the other show. I would have done one last night, but I was busy. And I'll be very honest. I was working. I asked a gentleman. And I think I might have mentioned it last time that I wanted to do an interview with a gentleman that was very involved with the lawsuit that's going on in Oakland. And this gentleman is a good friend of mine. And even though we don't see eye to eye on some things, I will never let that come in the way of the way I feel about him. Because he's a great gentleman, does a lot for the community, and just because we didn't, he said that he didn't want to come in, and I respect him for that. But I was working on, and then with all the things that were going on with the room move, I tell you, you guys got to see my closet. It's effing amazing. I cannot confirm or deny, but again, I just want to say that he didn't do the interview, and that's fine, and that's the reason why I didn't push it last night, because I had a lot of things to do. But that means that the line is open. Chris, if you still got the kids running around, God help you. God love you. The crazy horse. Wow. You know what? I definitely can't wait to go out to hit some of those sites out there. I've been to Vegas, but haven't hit those sites. What's your how to feel about the 66? I have nothing but respect for what the 66th mob has done. Nothing but respect. And when I go out to the games in Oakland, I go by the mob, because again, they do a lot of good things for Oakland as it is. Okay? A lot of good things. Make Oakland better. Make Oakland better. That's what the mob stands for. So that what they've done for that city is fantastic. So again, nothing but respect for everybody for the 66th Street mob. And that's a lot of things going on with them. But again, folks have their ideas of different things, and we don't see eye to eye. But I'm not going to hate. I'm not going to hate on them because we don't agree. I mean, in this world of today, where if you're on one side of a political issue and I'm on the other side, and we're going to hate each other because I don't agree with you politically, that's a shame. That's a shame. But I ain't doing that. They're doing things. I don't care. I'm gonna have a FBARB get together with that. By the way, for those that don't know it, the Florida Bay Area Raider Boosters, which is what Mike was talking about. That's my club. That's this club. I was the president and founder of that club. It no longer exists due to some crap that was done, but I'm not going to get into it. Just for the people that did that, that's how I feel. Thank you, Mike. But yeah, I'm going to have a get together of some folks from FBARB when the room is done. Remind me, Mike, because again, there's only going to be so much room, and I want to make sure I get some folks in there that were true, and you were always true, and I want to make sure that the true members get in there. Last name, so I can find him. Ed's last name. Wow, it's listed in the comments. Let's see if I can get it here. Where the hell is Ed's name? I don't see it anymore. Well, it's here in the comments. Winchell. There you go. There you go. Frank Rizzo. I love the name Frank Rizzo because I'm from Philly as a kid, Frank. And Frank Rizzo was the police chief of Philadelphia who became the mayor. So I love Frank Rizzo. That reminds me of my childhood. And then, of course, Frank Rizzo was one of the characters from the Jerky Boys. Yeah, there you go. Frank Rizzo. Love that name. So let's see here. We got some time. We got about 20 minutes. Remember, and I'm sure a bunch of people will want to go watch The Bear at 11 o'clock Eastern time, The Bear Show. Tell him I said hello. I'll probably say hi to him, but then I'm going to go to bed. But if you want to get on for another phone call, we got some time. 813-699-0834. I got a brand new sign that the Johnny made for me. It's awesome. It's awesome. I just gotta put it to get it put up screen wise and get it printed out. So it'll be great. It beats the hell out of this one. I mean, obviously that's my scrawl and work there, but I'll get it done. All things in good time. But can't wait to get it done. I think the only thing I have to do on the construction is technically I got to get the lanai. I have to get the tile done for the lanai. That's not done yet, but it will be done probably by the end of summer. So by the time I have that party out there, so all of the construction stuff will be done. Can't wait. But getting silver or gray and black tile that looks good, that's like in a square, can't find it out here. It's like, you get like 12 by 24 And then if you want it square, they got to cut it, and that's a bunch of labor. And if you don't get it done right, it looks like ass. Or you can go to a company that has it done, but it costs like about maybe 30% more, and it's a bitch. So we'll find out. Should have used Jimmy Farrell. I used Home Advisor. I used Home Advisor, and those people that said that Home Advisor does all of that work is full of shit. I used Home Advisor. So that's red and blue. Yeah, it would be nice, Jimmy Farrell, but okay, Chris, we'll see you Sunday, brother. Thanks for coming out and joining us, brother. Red and blue, but no, because my house is gray and black and white. It's mostly gray. No, so it wouldn't go with it would look crappy. I got to get the right color scheme. So no, I can't do it. Would be nice, but I can always have Philly's accents, but no, it's got to be gray or silver and black. So we lost Chris, but that's fine. We'll see him Sunday. But if you want to call, we got some time. 813-699-0834. But like I said, when I gets done, that'll be the last thing. And then we'll do some eventually I'm going to have a hot tub out there. Can't wait. I'll put the treadmill out there, so it'll cause me to actually use it and work a little bit of this off. But we'll see. We're coming early, but I'll send out invites. All right. Thanks again, Frank. Thanks for coming aboard, shipmate. And yeah, get the word out. Get the word out. Thank you, sir. You have to put gold when they move to it. Nah, I ain't doing no gold. Silver and black. Thanks for coming out there, Frank. Were you referring to rate of reaction? In what respect, Mike? When I was talking about bad contractors, or just a contractor that I no longer work with? In that respect, yeah. Again, a gentleman that I used to work with that is a contractor, but I have no issue with him as a contractor. But obviously, there's some issues there, or I would be doing videos with him. But I'm not going to talk about that because I said I'm going to let things be. Let things be. Not going to say anything bad about the rate of reaction crew. I could, trust me, I could, but I'm not going to do it. 813-699-0834, 813-699-0834. I will say this, though. I have on my phone the last message that a person left me prior or kind of like in the middle of our falling out. So trust me, I will hopefully always keep that message so I don't ever have to listen about who was the asshole. Yeah, no. There's definitely a falling out there, Mike, and I'm not going to go into it. Line is open, 813-699-0834, 813-699-0834. I'll get with me offline, Mike. I'll tell you what happened. Hopefully you got somebody who wants to call. If not, then I'll stop the show. Again, we got about 12 minutes to make it a 90-minute show, which would be cool. We've heard from Jimmy. We've heard from Ed. Who else? Obviously, Tommy, of course. Can't forget Tommy. Ed Winchell, Jimmy. I'm missing Jimmy Farrell, Ed Winchell, Tommy Beard. God, Jimmy Farrell, Ed Winchell, Tommy Beard. I'm missing who the hell else? God, a bad case of Jimmy Farrell, Ed Winchell. It was in the first one. Who else have I spoken to? It was somebody else. I can't remember. Man. Oh well. We've had 4 or 5 callers. If you want to be that last caller, picks Alabama picks in the first round for the Raiders. Well, that's Mel Kiper. I bet you. Let me see. Was it the running back? Quinnen Williams at 4, obviously. Jacobs at running back at 24, and then Irv Smith at 27. So that's my guess. I haven't even seen it, but I can see it. What do you think about quarterback? Wow, Mike, great pickups as far as who we got, because again, Landry Jones, if he's in the right system, has the capabilities. Okay. And I tell you, I liked the kid that used to play for the Bucks, who's I'm his name is escaping me. I can't. Oh my God, he went from the Bucks, got the big contract with the Bears, got cut, was with the Cardinals last year, skinny as hell. Good quarterback though. So our backup quarterbacks are really good as far as their capabilities. And that's going to only help us if, God forbid, and again, I don't want to knock wood and hit the camera and knock us out again, but we'll have a decent backup quarterback, okay? And it ain't Nate Peterman. Thank God, okay? Glennon, thank you. Yeah, Glennon is a decent backup. In fact, I think Glennon is the better backup, but Landry Jones has more upside. Landry Jones has the better arm. Glennon has the better quarterback smarts. Landry Jones has the capability. He already knows how to use Antonio Brown. So he's got the up there. But again, Glennon is a better quarterback as far as capabilities. Okay. Jones is more upside. Glennon, I think, is the all-around better quarterback. So whoever wins that battle will be fine. Whoever wins that battle is going to be fine. So I think we're good there. Yeah, Peterman is a practice squatter. And I mean, God help us if Nate Peterman makes the team, because that means that that Glennon and Landry Jones just flamed out, and Peterman was the only person that knows the system. I think to me, Nate Peterman is a camp arm, but we'll see. So yeah, I'm very happy at the backup quarterback position. It's 10:50. We've been on for this time for an hour 20, coming up on 23. Yeah, Seth Roberts is gone. We talked about that. Like I said, I think Ryan Grant is going to be a better acquisition. I like the fact that Worley was signed at corner again. Young, capable corner. I like what I mean, there hasn't been a free agent acquisition, and I include the Antonio Brown trade in that. There hasn't been a free agent / trade acquisition this year that wasn't, I mean, awesome to wow, really good to just really good. I mean, the bottom line was a really good pickup. Now, not all of these guys are going to make it. Not all of them are going to make it. But I think that what the Raiders are showing, that they're going to have the most competitive team come out there. This summer, this camp, there's going to be a lot of good competition, a lot of great players. And there's going to be injuries that you can't plan for. So the team that comes out, the final 53 plus the practice squad, they're going to probably be the best team that the Raiders have had in years. The best team so far that the Raiders have had in years. So I think that's going to forebode well. I honestly think the Raiders have the capabilities, sight unseen. We don't know what we're getting in the draft, but there's no reason why we can't go from 4-12 to 8-8. Worley ain't awful. I don't think he's awful. What about Justin Murray at tackle? Justin Murray? I don't know a Justin Murray, Mike. Is that the correct name? Justin Murray. I don't know a Justin Murray. And Worley isn't awful. He's a good nickelback right now. He's a good nickelback. He played hurt last year too. So I like Worley at cornerback. I mean, granted, we have the kid from Ohio State, and we got we finally let what's his nose, the guy from the Colts. It was all about him. Can't remember his name. He was our free agent back up the Penn last year. I don't know of Justin Murray. I don't recall that name. I'm sorry. The Raiders will trade up. I think anything they're going to trade back. I really think they're going to trade back. I don't think they're going to trade up. The back up the Penn. Okay, well, says you, Tommy. He's not Gilchrist, and he's young. I know you love Gilchrist, and I know you love Reggie Nelson, just like I did. They're not on the team anymore. Worley ain't bad. But anyway, Tommy, you also got to get a hold of. I tried calling Melvin. Thank God, Melvin's gone. He wasn't worth it. The kid from Ohio State we got in the draft. I can't remember. I know we got somebody else to pair with him on the other side. It's not just Worley. I'm brain farting. It's not the safety we picked up. I'm brain farting who the other corner is going to be. So be it. I'll have when I have my real room, I'll have a roster in front of me, so I can't brain fart names like that. Anyway, it's 10:54. I'm going on 1 hour 27 here, so we'll mark it right around an hour and a half. And again, I apologize for the earlier technical issues. Thank you for being here. I'll let everybody go in time. Make sure that they go say hi to Bear. And I'm going to go get out of my work clothes, get ready for tomorrow, and be here in time for them to put my desk together. Yeah, I paid extra for it. I mean, could I have done it? Sure. Do I like doing stuff like that? No. I'll pay the money to have a professional come in and do the installation.